there's many aspects about leadership that we don't know about. We've talked like about leadership in a general aspect. So what I chose to talk about, and a thing I consider very important about leadership, is how we can create an impact on somebody's life, how an individual creates impact on somebody else's life. And, okay. So we live right now in a society where we can be really influenced by a lot of stuff right now. So living right now is hard as a teenager, as an adult, as a teacher, as a student, as whatever you want to think. It's hard living. Information right now is being biased. You only get to see what companies want you to see, what television wants you to see, what media in general wants you to see. So I consider very important what a personal relationship with someone can be. When you can really connect to someone without really a computer, without really a cell phone, without texting, without needing technology to communicate. I think technology is really important. But I think it's also important to have a personal relationship with someone, a one-to-one relationship. So every life touches another. So there's always going to be an impact, a first impression on someone when you meet that person, when you get to know that person, when you say a comment, when you talk about something, when you make a public speech, whatever. Everything affects another person's point of view, even, I mean, if they like you, if they don't, whatever, I mean, they do. Everything you say has an impact on someone else. But what we have to choose is either the positive or the negative impact. Do we want to make that person mad? Do we want to irritate that person? Or do we want to make them like what we're saying, like what we're doing, like what we have, like we offer to them? So we have all been impacted, like emotionally, even spiritually, mentally, genetically by our parents. But I think it's time for you to impact future generations, not letting others impact you in some sort of negative way. Okay. So that's when we have to like stand out in that and make people see the difference between a good choice or a bad choice. You have to share what you know, you have to share what you are, and that makes also people think and reflect about what they're doing. If you see a friend in need, if you see your cousin, your mother, whatever, your personal, someone you know or someone you don't know, if there's anything you can do about it, that would be good. Okay, so what's really the difference between creating, making, or having an impact on another person? Because we may think like all these words mean the same when we join them with the word impact. But it's not. Okay, so what's the difference between having and creating an impact? Well, the variation is how positive this impact is and how novel it is. So if we talk about having an impact, we're talking about something that already existed, but we're not making any difference to it. But if we're creating this from nothing where there wasn't an impact. So when we talk about having an impact on something, we're talking about something that has been done by a bunch of people, that has been already known. But this is a personal appeal to this kind of things. But, I mean, I'm talking very generally, but there's something very different. It's how to do it. Because it's not always about saying things in general and leaving things up in the air, but it's making it practical. So when you first go and talk to someone, meet someone for the first time, don't pretend. Just be yourself, and that's probably the best tool you can have at the moment. If you want to influence someone, if you want to impact someone, if you want to make a change in someone's life. So what's your story? You share what you've been through. We might not know what the person's been through, we might not know what their situation is, but we really know what we've been through and what we're living right now. And maybe many of us have very similar lives, And maybe things we've lived can definitely impact someone else and can make a change and can make someone reflect on what they're doing. But it was not supposed to be like that, but it's be positive. It's in some way, you cannot ask for someone to be positive. If you're not being positive, you're being a pessimistic person. So this is very important because when you try to help someone, when you're offering what you have to share with someone, it's always important to go ahead and say what you think, but on top of all, be positive and know that what you're doing may be good for that person. So practice what you preach. We may say a lot of things, and we may talk about how technology is not good on the world and how it's affecting maybe our living and our communications with real people. But we definitely have to practice what we preach. And if I'm giving if I'm saying to someone that if I'm helping someone, then I need to help myself first. So don't be afraid of help. There's always going to be someone in need. So volunteer, do stuff for funds, for charity. It's always good to help someone. It does feel good. And think ahead. Think about the future. Think about what you can do for people in the future, that the impact you're doing right now. It's not only for today, it's not only for this conference, it's also about what you're doing for that person's life and what their objectives are in the future. So that's also a very important thing about not judging what they've been through, about maybe not seeing things from your point of view, but being neutral. Don't push things. Maybe pushing things may be a little bit, make a little bit hard to connect with someone else. So you may not be the happiest person, but let people pick vibes from what you're saying and what you're doing and how you interact with this person. So that makes things really, really different. So I hope you can pick some of that stuff and really try to make an impression on someone, try to make an impact on someone, because we may not know what people are through, but it does feel good to help. Thank you.
A little speech, no, just a few logistics and a few housekeeping pieces. I think today's been incredible. I know it's been a long day for many of you, okay, but lots of different thoughts, advice, different opinions, different attitudes, a lot to reflect on. But the purpose of this was, putting you on the spot and asking you to share your personal opinion, to take a position and to not be afraid to share that with somebody else. So hopefully you'll be able to take something away from today. But remember, this conference as well is about the opportunities for you to make new friends, to find out about other schools, other cultures, etc. So that's why we've given you some free time at the end of the day. So the buses will be leaving around 3:45. Okay, so does everybody know where to get the bus? No? More or less? Okay, we will make sure we guide you. Okay, so you've got about half an hour free time, so you can go and explore the school grounds, but you need to head over to the Coliseum, the very big building, okay, on the way in. Do you all know your bus numbers? Okay, who doesn't know their bus number? Okay, if you do not know your bus number, if you stay here, but don't worry, we'll go to the bus park and make sure you get on the right bus. So before you go, sorry, just to give you some information, this evening, obviously it's a free evening with your host family. Please make sure you talk to each other. Maybe you're able to make some arrangements together. Go out and see Bogota. Do not be afraid. It's a safe city. It's a wonderful city. Take the opportunity while you're here. Tomorrow morning, okay, you'll come and have the day here. But then I just want you to know on Friday when you go on the trip, Friday for us is open day, so that means there's no school for our students. However, the majority of your families have agreed to bring you in, So you're here for around 7:30, 8 o'clock to go on the trip. Okay, so there's only a couple of you whose host families cannot bring you. We will arrange transport, so you don't have to worry. So you need to be in school for 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's casual clothes, okay, but you're going to be doing a lot of walking, and you're going to be somewhere that's cold. Okay, so make sure you bring a jacket or a lightweight raincoat or something like that if you've got it. Okay, so no high heels probably for Friday. Okay, lunch is provided on Friday, but there are no snacks during the day, I've been told, so you might want to take something to snack on. Okay, are there any questions about the logistics? No? Okay, everyone looks really tired. Question? Yep. So do we know what time they come back? 5? 5?
How long is the trip?
It's a whole day trip. So you're going to go to a place...
To get there.
It's going to take you about an hour. You're going to go to a place called Guatavita. Okay, it says city tour. Yes. Yeah, it's a lovely place. So it does say city tour, but we're not going to take you in the city. We're going to take you out of the city just to confuse you. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. But any comments? Does anybody want to say anything? Has it been what you've expected? Is there anything we can improve? Is there anything we can work on for tomorrow?
Absolutely nothing. Looks great.
Okay. Aww. Okay. Any other comments? Okay. We'll be around if you want to talk to us and let us know your feedback. Okay. So we'll help you to the buses. Don't worry, around 3:30. Thank you.